What's up guys, and thank you for watching again. So I'm just going to make a quick short video on my two black MR2s. One of them is a restoration project, so it's not going to look in its best condition at the moment. The other one actually is in very good condition and that's ready for sale, just needs preparation, quick wash and selling. I'm going to put it up for sale. So here we go. This is the first one, the classic shape MR2 that I have on a 1995. It's a UK registered T-bar with full black leather interior. They're both full black leather interiors, and the other one is a 2002 VVTi. One's a full convertible, the other one's just a T-bar. This one was actually the facelift model, which came with a bit more power. 170 bhp if I remember. This was a slightly updated model with the facelifted rear lamps, and also a bit more power was added to the engine, and I'll try and get around the back so I can show you. From the front, visually they're both pretty cars in its day. The Mark II MR2, the 1995 one, sits a bit lower than the newer model. The newer model for some reason sits a bit higher. Maybe it's a full convertible, I don't know why. But I prefer the front shape of this one to be a bit more prettier. This one's more Porsche Boxster based than the older one, which was I think based on the Ferraris of the mid-90s, sort of Ferrari Berlinetta 355s, sort of. From the rear, they're both, yep, as you can see, the newer one, the Mark III, which is the last MR2, sits a bit higher than the Mark II. Mark II is the one with the facelift rear lights, the newer panels. Driving wise, they're both pretty quick cars, but I'd prefer the Mark II to have the edge on it. That's the 2-litre GT model, both engines made by Yamaha. This was the pre-VVTi one in this Mark II 2-litre GT, pushing about 170 brake horsepower. Obviously it had the edge in power over the newer model, and it was quick, and you could feel it was a lot quicker as well. The gears sort of shifted a bit smoother, and there was a bit more legroom, which was quite crucial, I felt. In the newer car, she seems a bit more claustrophobic, whereas it's really for tall people, anybody over 6 foot tall, there's not enough legroom. From the rear, they're both pretty cars. I still prefer the older one with the classic panels. Obviously she needs a full respray, so that'll look a lot better when she's been fully restored. Driving wise, they're both really good, rewarding cars to drive. The old MR2 used to sit really low to the ground. There was a lot more leg room in there, so you could stretch your legs. The seats, the leather felt a bit more softer, a bit more upper class, more comfortable, so you could get yourself into a nice sort of comfortable position and go on long distances without sort of tiring. And the newer one, it's also got good leather, but it just feels a bit more cramped for headroom, a bit more cramped for leg room. I'll show you in a second from the inside. They're very, very sort of, it feels just a bit more sort of tight for room, even though it is a full convertible with the roof fully down. It does actually give you more room to view the sky. You get a more convertible sort of experience in driving the car. The T-bar was good in its time as well, but then again you had the bar limited in the middle, so you couldn't really feel it as being a full convertible. On the inside, let's have a look. Newer one, yep. As you can see, it's got full black leather as well inside. She's very clean. This one's only 88,000 miles, but it does feel a bit tight for leg room and for headroom as well. Feels a bit claustrophobic at times. So apart from that, the dashboard is actually, yeah, the dials are quite conveniently located. This one's got the Sony sort of CD player mounted at the front. White dials in the newer Mark III MR2 as opposed to the original dials of the older one. I would again give the older car the edge in regards to more legroom, really, more comfortable position in driving. The roof pops down on this one, not an issue. It's just two latches at the front that come down, and it rolls down into its back neatly, so it doesn't cause you any sort of big headaches. And it's a manual roof, so you don't have to worry about motors jamming up. The older one, again, please bear in mind, she needs a full restoration. Yeah, the old sort of classic dials in this one. This one revved a lot higher, I think all the way up to 7,000 RPM. Again, I just love this sort of low slung position that you got for seats in this one. It was very, very sort of low to the ground, and you could stretch your legs in this one. It had definitely more leg room, more headroom. The dashboard curves around quite beautifully. I think it's a classic masterpiece the way that they designed this dashboard. So I would definitely give the dashboard, the inside cabin comfort to the older model as to the newer one. Driving wise, again, the new one's about 140 brake horsepower with the VVTi kicking in. This one was 170, so this had edge on power as well. The power delivery was a lot smoother on the older car as well, so I felt this one actually drove better in its day. They're both enthusiast sort of cars. If you love your old MR2s, then you're gonna love these cars. But personally, my preference would be the older model. It just drives better, drives smoother. There's more power to play with. It sits down to the ground. It's a more prettier car to look at. There's more leg room. There's more comfort on longer journeys. It's just got my heart set on it, and I've just sort of fallen in love with the older model. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, comment, keep watching, and we'll keep posting more reviews for you. And thank you for your time. Whatever you do, look after yourselves and each other.